Hey everybody, David and David here from Payette.com and Upphone.com, and in this video we're going to tell you about some ways to lower your cell phone bill.
Yep, and just to acknowledge it, we're both wearing masks. New York is finally in phase 2, and we can legally be in the same room together. So please bear with us, but we want to stay safe. So let's talk about how to lower your cell phone bill.
Yep, number one, give up your unlimited data plan. You probably don't need it. The average user uses less than 6 gigabytes a month of data.
Right. Unlimited data plans are really just sort of a thing of the past. They sound great. It's marketing. Every plan, including unlimited data plans, is not really unlimited. It is kind of. You get X amount of data, high speed up front, and then it slows down for unlimited. Prepaid plans, 6 gigabyte prepaid plan from Verizon, way cheaper than the unlimited data plan. 6 gigabytes up front, high speed, then unlimited lower speed data. So the only difference between these plans is one sounds cool, and just the amount of data you get before it slows down.
Yep. Yeah, some of the premium unlimited data plans these days, they have 75 gigabyte high-speed data cap, and nobody's going to use that much.
Right, probably not, because you have internet at home, and but you can't replace. It's not enough to replace your home internet either, because Netflix uses a lot of data. So, yeah, those expensive unlimited data plans, you got to be careful with those. Your cell phone bill can go through the roof. My coffee's working today. I'm talking very quickly.
Good.
All right.
Our next tip is to, when you're switching plans, sign up online and you'll avoid the activation fees.
Right. Activation fees for what? Why am I paying $40 a line to sign up to be on your contract? They should be paying us activation fees.
Yes. Well, I mean, when I went into the Verizon store a while ago, when I switched my plans, there was a $40 activation fee, but it took, 10 minutes to get my phone activated on their network. I'm not sure what's really going on at that point.
Yeah, clearly there's not somebody that they have to pay $40 to sit at a computer and type in a bunch of numbers. It's all automated. It is a relic of the past.
Yep.
Online, no activation fees when you switch plans.
Yes. Our next tip is to get rid of your cell phone insurance. It's too expensive. And a lot of people don't realize that if your phone breaks, there's a very expensive deductible you have to pay too.
Yep. If you do the math on it, let's say you have one line, $12 a month. Sometimes it's more than that. I've seen it up to $15 a month.
Yep.
Let's say it's $15 a month for fun. So 15 times 12 is 180 times 2 is $360 for 2 years, or $360 for 2 years.
Yes.
Right? So that's on just one line of insurance. Then deductibles, $200, $250, something like that. If it's a $250 deductible, we're talking $600 there, just because you broke your phone. And that's probably not going to happen if you have a case that's a good case.
Yep. A $10 case like this one with raised edges, you can never drop it on its face and crack the screen because the edges are raised.
Yep.
It's impossible.
And that's one phone. Let's say you've got 3 phones in your family. Yep. $1,800 over 2 years if you were to break your phones. If you don't break your phones, which you probably won't, 360 times 3 is $1,080.
Good math.
All right.
Yeah, our next tip is to get your entire family on the same cell phone plan. Rather than having 4 individual plans, put them all on one plan. Mm-hmm. Get the multi-line discounts, which are $10 to $20 per line. You can save a lot of money that way.
Yeah. Verizon has some great deals, for instance, on the prepaid plans. I know off the top of my head that a 2-line plan with 6 gigabytes of prepaid, or 6 gigabytes of high-speed data, and then unlimited lower-speed data, 2 lines, $60, not per line, for both lines. It's a great deal.
Great deal.
Great deal. My parents are paying way more than that. I got to get them off of it.
Yeah, similarly with the multi-line discounts, there are also discounts for signing up for autopay and paperless billing. They're usually $5 to $10 a month per line. Mm-hmm. Really easy to sign up for those, and it saves you a headache of trying to remember to pay your cell phone bill every month.
Right. Who wants to do that?
Not me.
It's totally worth it. That's a really good discount.
Yeah. Our next tip is to switch carriers. If you're thinking about switching plans, switching carriers is it's a great way to save money every month because carriers are incentivizing you to switch to their network so they can keep you on as a lifetime customer. Mm-hmm. So what they'll do up front is they'll say, hey, come to our network. We're going to give you a super great deal on phones and plans, and welcome aboard.
And a lot of the time, they'll buy you out of your current contract. Mm-hmm. I just saw that T-Mobile is offering $650, like up to $650 to buy you out of your current contract with AT&T or Verizon. The other carriers might be doing it too.
Yep.
It's worth calling and asking if you see a great deal on a phone or a great deal on a plan. Sometimes these carriers have great phones for $5 a month for 2 years. It's like you could really save a lot of money.
Yeah, and one thing people are concerned about when switching is they say, I have a contract, there's an early termination fee, sometimes that's up to $300. But as you said, T-Mobile, Verizon, they will reimburse you for that early termination fee. So don't let that deter you. Well, you should probably check first, and then don't let that deter you from switching to Verizon or T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Our next tip is to avoid plans with overage charges. These are mostly a thing of the past where if you go over your data amount, they'll charge you per the gigabyte. These days, as we said, the speeds are usually throttled instead, but if you're still on an old plan that has overage charges, get off that immediately.
Yeah, ask yourself, when was the last time I changed my cell phone plan? Even if you're happy with your carrier. If you haven't changed your cell phone plan in, let's say, over 3 years, it's definitely time to take a look at what your carrier is currently offering, because they're not going to tell you if you could be paying less money. You have to go to them and say, hey, what are my options? And sort of know what your options are. Do your research online. Upphone.com. Good place to do research on cell phones.
Yep. Our next tip is to don't buy any apps or features that carriers try to upsell you, $10 a month. I think Verizon has one where it's a kids parental control feature.
Yeah.
But if you have an iPhone, all of that stuff is built in for free, so you don't need it.
Yeah. So these family apps or these call blocking apps or all these value-added services that Verizon is going to kind of try to upsell you on. It's like, oh, we can help you find your phone if you lose it for only $6 a month. It's like, oh, that sounds cool, except Apple already has it built in and it's better. Same deal with the parental controls. Same deal with the call blocking. Same deal with text message blocking. If you do it on the phone itself, it's better. It's built into the software. If you do it with a carrier, whenever you change stuff, you have to go into their app or you have to go on their website or you have to talk to somebody. Honestly, just stay away from all of these carrier branded apps. Unless you're paying your bill, they're not as good as what's built into your phone.
Yep, similarly, don't pay for 5G access right now. Some carriers are starting to add that for $10 a month. A couple things. You need a 5G phone for that to even work. If you don't have a 5G phone, the 5G access is useless. And 5G is super limited right now. It's only available in a handful of cities, so it's really not super useful at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, the high-band 5G frequencies don't go through walls. There was a video I saw where a guy made it six steps down in a subway tunnel, like 6 steps on the train. They're going down. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. 6 steps down, and then he lost the 5G signal. So unless you're outside, if you notice all those Verizon 5G commercials, everybody's outside using their phone, it's because it doesn't work inside. Thanks, Verizon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And our final tip is to use the mobile hotspot on your phone to connect your car or your tablet. When you buy a tablet at the Apple store maybe or at a carrier store, they're going to try to sell you on a data plan.
Right.
But if your phone already has hotspot, you don't need that data plan because you can just connect your iPad to the internet with mobile hotspot on your phone.
Right. And that iPad is cheaper. When my parents went to buy a car recently, they tried to sell them like a $20 a month plan so that they could have Wi-Fi in their truck or whatever. But if you have mobile hotspot, which they do, of course, the salesperson didn't say, you could just flip this button on your phone and connect through your phone. But, my parents, fortunately, were smart enough to say, thanks, but no thanks.
You don't need it.
Nope.
So those are some ways to lower your cell phone bill. Thank you guys for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below with any other questions, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more great videos about cell phones.